Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. And today we'll be reading about one of the well-known fitness enthusiasts of India and one of India's most popular podcasters. So we'll be reading about Ranveer Allahbadia, popularly known as BeerBiceps. He's available in YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. So let's get right into the story. Ranveer Allahbadia, from fitness enthusiast to one of India's most popular podcasters. When you really want something, the whole universe conspires in helping you to achieve it. Paulo Coelho. The inspiring story of the film Lakshya resonates with many a youngster who does not know what to do in life. In this film, Hrithik Roshan plays the role of an aimless young man, Karan Shergill, who has a laid back attitude towards everything in life. One day, a friend tells Karan he is joining the army. Emulating his friend, Karan too applies to the Indian Military Academy (IMA) without discussing it with his parents and is selected. His friend backs out at the last moment. Alone, Karan finds it difficult to cope with the strict training regime. One night, he runs away from the academy because of his act. Karan loses his respect in the eyes of his father and girlfriend. The later part of the film shows the transformation of careless Karan into a responsible soldier who fights and helps to win the crucial Kargil war by capturing an enemy occupied peak, his Lakshya. In the end, Karan not only earns the respect of his family but also that of his country. One of the essential lessons of the film is that you cannot achieve anything without a goal. But once you have a goal, you can climb the most challenging mountain in the world. Interestingly, there are many similarities between the story of Karan Shergill and Ranveer Allahbadia. During his teenage years, Ranveer was not sure what he wanted to do with his life. But today, he is one of the biggest youth influencers in India. As of November 2020, his YouTube channels Beer Biceps and Ranveer Allahbadia, available in English and Hindi respectively, have over 5 million subscribers. Another 2 million people follow him on other social medias channels such as Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn. Ranveer wears many hats. He hosts India's top ranked podcast, The Ranveer Show, on which he has interviewed the likes of Priyanka Chopra, Saif Ali Khan, Rajkumar Rao, Boman Irani, Ayushman Khurrana, Sri Sri Ravi Shankar, and even his idol, Arnold Schwarzenegger. He has written for marquee newspapers, acted in a popular music video, and endorsed numerous brands. In 2017, he and his college mate Viraj Seth founded a digital entertainment company, Monk Entertainment, Monk E. The company manages some of the India's top digital talent with a cumulative follower count of over 30 million. It was it has won numerous awards, including Bootstrapped Business of the Year at the Entrepreneur Awards 2020. So, are you wondering how a boy who was once clueless in life became one of the most popular youth influencers? Read on. Here is the story of Ranveer finding his Lakshya and transforming himself. The beginning. Ranveer was born on 1 June 1993 into a family of doctors. His parents, and now his sister and brother-in-law are doctors. In childhood, he attended Dhirubhai Ambani International School and was a top student. He was also very active in co-curricular activities like debate, drama, and judo. At school, he became good friends with a girl and started dating her. Many love stories are not easy. and neither was Ranveer's. In class 12, he went through an ugly breakup with his girlfriend. A new relationship also did not work out. Feeling the pain of these broken relationships, he fell into a negative mindset. He began to drink and eat unhealthy restaurant food and stopped studying. When he was 16, he was diagnosed with a stone in the gallbladder, which usually occurs in older people. In the next 3 years, underwent two more surgeries. Prolonged bed rest after his surgeries and poor eating habits made him overweight. The boy who had once been a Bombay champion in judo became unfit for any sport. But there is always a new dawn, even after the darkest night. Having hit rock bottom, Ranveer decided to adopt a healthy lifestyle to avoid future health issues. He eventually recovered. Ranveer's parents were concerned about his career. Ranveer's father, Dr. Gautam Alabadia, is a globally renowned doctor, a successful medical entrepreneur, and an acclaimed author. His books and papers are considered compulsory reading for medical students. Because of Ranveer's aimless attitude and careless answers to his father's serious questions, stress grew between father and son. Gautam Alabadia wanted Ranveer to go pursue medicine, but following his friends, decided on Sangvi College of Engineering. Ranveer's troubles were far from over. His glamorous perception of engineering shattered when he found engineering subjects very dull. Eventually, he failed in one subject. Ranveer had always been top of his class, and it was difficult for him to accept this failure. He felt he had failed in his love life, his health, and now education. Negative thoughts began to occupy his mind, and unknowingly, he went into depression. He was so disappointed with himself that one day he thought of committing suicide. His mother, Dr. Swati Alabadia, sensed the situation and took a hand, asking her son what he what he would like to do the next day. After some pushing from his mother, Ranveer expressed his desire to get a tattoo. Though Swati was not a fan of tattoos, she permitted Ranveer to do what he wanted. He got a phoenix tattoo on his left arm. Ranveer says this tattoo symbolizes a journey through fire or adversity. Whenever I look at this tattoo, it reminds me of the bottommost period of my life. With his mother's moral support, Ranveer's mental state improved, and slowly he regained his lost self confidence. He became serious about his studies again and began organizing events and workshops in college. In line with his aspiration to do an MBA in finance, Ranveer did an internship with Ernst and Young. He survived the systems and processes, top down decision making, and intense competition. But he found he was not comfortable taking orders from others. A corporate career was not for him. After completing his engineering degree, Ranveer neither took up a job nor did he pursue an MBA. His father noticed his lack of direction and asked him what he wanted to do in life. Ranveer replied, I want to be an entrepreneur. He liked the art of cooking, and so he was thinking of becoming a trained chef and opening a restaurant. Dubious, Gautam Alavedya described the challenges of running a restaurant business, but also the immense power of entrepreneurship. When I became an entrepreneur, he told Ranveer, I had limited funds. Rather than asking my father for money, I chose to start from a garage. We had to struggle for a few years as we had limited patience. However, I wrote a few papers and books in that period. I got some international awards, which made me popular, and we started getting patients. Ranveer listened carefully to what his father was saying. For the next 2 years, I will allow you to do whatever you want to do with sincerity. Only thing, You will not get any money from me, including pocket money. And we now had to figure out not only his passion, but also manage his expenses. Swati Alabadia, his mother, was worried about the situation. But Ranveer said to her, Mama, one day Papa will be proud of me. Have faith in your son. There are many valuable lessons to be learned from evolution of Ranveer Alabadia as a personal brand. Here are some of those. Self-awareness is the first step towards success. Self-awareness is the ability to look at yourself and your life honestly. Ranveer thought he was most likely to succeed if he used his talents and passion to the fullest extent. Along with engineering, Ranveer had completed a certificate course from Peak Performance, a fitness academy that his coach Binny Sridharam ran. He looked at his hard earned six pack and thought of doing something related to fitness. So, are you wondering how an overweight youngster who had undergone multiple surgeries earned a six pack? In the second year of his engineering course, Ranveer decided to reduce his weight, which was 90 kgs then. From some friends, he heard about Binny Sridharan, a fitness coach. For the next 3 years, Ranveer trained under Binny and transformed his body. Although it may sound simple now, those 3 years were very tough for Ranveer. To keep himself motivated in his fitness journey, he would look at Arnold Scavenger, sorry, Arnold Schwarzenegger's poster in the gym and listen to his famous speech on the six rules of success. Ranveer says, whenever I want to bounce back in life, I listen to the motivational words of Arnold. He was born in a small village in Austria. When he chose bodybuilding, people shook their heads in disbelief. To everyone's surprise, he became Mr. Universe at the age of 20 and won the Mr. Olympia title 7 times. After becoming the most famous bodybuilder in the world, he decided to act in movies. But people criticized him for the way he looked and talked. But Arnold wasn't the one to give up. He fought back hard, and within 5 years, he became one of the biggest Hollywood superstars of his time. Later, he wanted to work in the public service domain. Everyone said it would never happen, that he did not have the experience. But he was elected governor of California not once but twice. From Arnold's journey, I have learned to ignore naysayers, bounce back from setbacks, and put in efforts to become the absolute best in my field. Having made up his mind to do something in the fitness field, Ranveer approached Bini Sridharan to figure out possible opportunities. Following a deep discussion, the two of them planned to start a fitness venture with an Uber like model for fitness and yoga coaches. They developed a basic app but needed to hire more people to scale up the pilot. When they took the idea to an investor, he suggested that for something like this to pick up, one of the co founders needed to become popular. He advised them to start a fitness channel on YouTube. Returning on Binny's scooter, Ranveer said, let me achieve some perfection in video creation, and then I will start the channel. Maybe in the next few months. To this, Binny replied, just do it now and improve on the go. There were many fitness videos already on YouTube, so Ranveer decided to do something different. In those days, YouTube did not have many videos by Indian fitness experts. In the few in the few that existed, the video quality was poor. The problem with videos by foreign experts was that they did not talk about the Indian vegetarian diet. Ranveer decided to create videos using high quality cameras and target Indian audiences looking for a vegetarian fitness diet. His smartphone did not meet his quality bar, and the high end camera he wanted cost 38,000. He did not have the money, so he sold his favorite PlayStation and video games for 7,000. To arrange the remaining 31,000, he went to Mumbai's famous Carter Road beach, where many wealthy people came to walk. He began pitching personal fitness training sessions to overweight people. Most ignored him, but then a few rich kids, impressed by his looks, muscles, and speaking style, agreed to learn from him. Through these training sessions, Ranveer arranged the remaining amount and bought the required camera. Ranveer began uploading videos on YouTube, and to promote his channel, he distributed pamphlets at places like Juhu Beach, Carter Road, and Bandra Bandstand in Mumbai. Through his videos, Ranveer started becoming famous, and many inquiries for fitness sessions began coming in. Soon, Ranveer was required to travel to various parts of Mumbai for training sessions. Earlier, he would travel in his father's BMW, but on this journey of self discovery, he decided to buy a local train pass. Many of his friends and relatives laughed at him, but Ranveer ignored them. When he started earning more, he shifted from the second class compartment to first class. While Ranveer was juggling multiple things, he and Binny realized that there were many loopholes in their fitness ventures business model. By this time, Ranveer had begun to enjoy his YouTube journey. So they decided to close the fitness venture at the pilot stage. To focus on his channel, Ranveer also had to quit a personal trainer as a personal trainer. This decision turned out to be the right one. After a year of running his YouTube channel, he was making decent money through his training sessions. One day, he received rupees 25,000 from Google AdSense, a platform that runs ads on YouTube. He realized there was long term potential in scaling up his YouTube channel. Ranveer has become very popular through his channel, and it made sense for him to focus on that. Due to his popularity, passion for fitness, and devotion to Arnold Schwarzenegger in 2019, Disney sent him to South Korea to interview Arnold. Ranveer could hardly believe it. He says, meeting Arnold Schwarzenegger was a dream come true. This is the power of the universe. Attract people to join your mission. Remember that there is limited time available every day, and one person cannot handle all the work. While an entrepreneurial journey can start with a single person, it cannot scale up without the support of others. Ranveer was fitness training multiple clients as a solo entrepreneur and devoting 3 hours a day to video creation. The person who shot Ranveer's videos was quite irregular. One day, Ranveer had planned an urgent video shoot, but the videographer did not turn up. Ranveer waited for almost an hour and then, out of sheer frustration, called his childhood friend Zirwan for help. Zirwan immediately came and shot the video. He understood Ranveer's frustration and introduced him to Rajas Pardeshi, a professional photographer. As Ranveer had limited funds, he told Rajas, "For now, I can pay you only rupees 200 per shot. As my channel grows, I will make sure your payment also grows." Rajas agreed. Within a few months, Ranveer had increased Rajas's payment to rupees 7,000 per month and later to rupees 25,000 per month. With Rajas' support, Ranveer grew BeerBiceps to 1 lakh subscribers. Now he felt he had a significant audience base and could approach brands for influencer marketing. He was looking for someone to help him get the brand deals when he got a call from Viraj Seth, a fellow alumnus from his engineering college, but 2 years his junior. As a final year student and member of the college's entrepreneurship cell, Viraj was organizing an event and wanted Ranveer to speak there. There is an interesting backstory. When Viraj joined the college, he was a shy person, and Ranveer was a very popular senior who hosted many of the events at the college. Viraj felt that if he had to improve his public speaking and communication skills, he had to associate with Ranveer. During the freshers party, Ranveer hosted an event. During dinner, Viraj approached him, but his hands were shaking from nervousness, and the food on his plate fell onto Ranveer's friend. Seeing this, Ranveer became very angry. Filled with fear, Viraj apologized and hurriedly left the place. Later, Viraj sent a friend request to Ranveer on Facebook, and Ranveer accepted. When Ranveer got an internship opportunity in which he had to sell a course on financial markets, he looked around for a few juniors to help him and recalled Viraj. Considered it to be a starting point to learn from Ranveer, Viraj joined him. Viraj remembers at the time the movie The Wolf of Wall Street was very popular among students, and we referenced it in our pitch. Together, they sold 5 lakh worth of course in the college itself. This was the highest revenue number ever achieved by the course company in any single college. After this internship, Ranveer and Viraj became good friends, and even after Ranveer graduated, they remained in touch. Coming back to Viraj's speaking invitation to Ranveer, after his talk at the college event, Ranveer asked Viraj about his plan. Viraj said he wanted to go to the US to do his MS if he could get a scholarship. He also said he was interested in doing an MBA but was not confident about getting into a top MBA college. Ranveer told Viraj about the upcoming wave of influencer marketing. Viraj was impressed by Ranveer's pitch but said that he belonged to a middle class family and doing a job or going for higher education on a scholarship were the only two options for him. Ranveer offered him the opportunity to join as an intern and take a cut on the brand deals he brought in. Ranveer recalls, Viraj had never done anything related to brand deals, but I just knew he was a smart Gujarati guy who could bargain well. So I got him on board. He has achieved much beyond what I had expected at that time. Viraj says Ranveer is a go getter. His vision of creating an influencer marketing business was inspiring. He comes from an affluent family, but instead of enjoying his comforts through his parents' money, he was working hard to create a name for himself. I liked his hunger and said yes to the opportunity. Viraj's GRE score being low, he had to give up on his dream of a US scholarship. But while working with Ranveer as an intern, he got a job through college placements. He took the job and supported Ranveer in whatever extra time he had during the day. By the time Viraj had completed 3 months on the job, he had made more money in brand deals than his salary from the job. So in November 2017, Viraj convinced his parents and quit his job to join Ranveer full time. After Viraj joined the team, the business started growing significantly and new team members started joining the business. The office space grew from a room in Ranveer's parental home to a garage to a commercial office space in South Mumbai. Increase your chances of meeting achievers. LinkedIn founder Reid Hoffman said, the fastest way to change yourself is to hang out with people who are already the way you want to be. The philosophy behind these words has played an instrumental role in Ranveer's journey. When he was starting his YouTube journey, Tanmay Bhatt, co founder of AIB, All India Bakchu, was one of the most popular digital celebrities in India. Tanmay had made it to the list of Forbes' richest celebrities 2016, rubbing shoulders with silver screen stars like Shah Rukh Khan and Amitabh Bachchan. In those days, Tanmay was overweight. Ranveer dropped him a message on Facebook with a link to his YouTube channel. which had 2000 subscribers then. When he received no response, Ranveer messaged a few more times. Eventually, Tanmay responded. Ranveer helped Tanmay to lose about 110 kilos. In return, Tanmay became Ranveer's first mentor in the digital media industry. He guided Ranveer on the business essentials and mindset needed to achieve success. He also educated Ranveer about influencer marketing, which had become prominent in the USA and was about to start in India. He suggested Ranveer become an early mover in the space. For his YouTube channel, Ranveer interviewed Vishal Gondal, founder of the fitness startup Goki. Vishal was also considered the poster boy of the Indian video gaming industry. His first company, India Games, was acquired by the Walt Disney Company. Vishal helped Ranveer define a big vision for the business. Ranveer says, meeting Vishal gave me a lot of hope. I started feeling that I could achieve something big. Although I couldn't follow all the things he suggested, some of his advice has been very effective. Have you heard about Soho House, founded in London? It is a private members only club for those in film, media, and creative industries. In Mumbai, Soho House is located at Juhu Beach. In order to meet the achievers in the creative sector, Ranveer became a member of Soho House. One day, he happened to meet Siddharth Roy Kapoor, producer of some of the most successful Bollywood films such as Dangal, Chennai Express, Pan Singh Tomar, Rowdy Rathore, Tare Zameen Par, and others. Ranveer approached Siddharth to interview him for his YouTube channel. Siddharth agreed, and their relationship grew with time. Ranveer says Siddharth has been kind to mentor me on several occasions. He has shared with me valuable lessons on growing a media business and has helped me come out of some personal issues. Ranveer has given a few TEDx talks. While in the green room of for a TEDx event, he happened to meet Kiran Khalap, MD and co-founder of Chlorophyll, a top-notch brand consulting firm. Kiran liked Ranveer's enthusiasm and passion for creating a powerful brand. The deep discussion with Kiran during the event turned into a long-term mentoring relationship. Ranveer says, discussions with Kiran have helped me in, in multiple ways, including refining my approach to brand creation. In the dynamic and overly competitive business world, it is normal for an entrepreneur to have self doubt. Having achieved decent growth for a few years, Ranveer's YouTube channel numbers began to stagnate. He could not understand why and began to lose his self confidence. During this phase, Dr. Radhakrishnan Pillai, a management guru and best selling author of books on Chanakya's teachings, helped Ranveer understand his self worth. With Dr. Pillai's guidance, Ranveer was able to regain the growth he was looking for. Ranveer says, different mentors have helped me during different stages of my journey. I keep meeting new achievers, and a few of them agree to mentor me. Grow your inner self through spiritual practices. In childhood, Ranveer used to make fun of people who talked about spirituality and meditation. But then a turning point came in his own life. In the final year of engineering, Ranveer listened to a podcast by Graham Hancock, a British writer who was specialized in unconventional theories involving ancient civilizations. Through the podcast, Ranveer heard about ayahuasca, a herbal drink made from plants that grow in the Amazon forest of South America. Over time, ayahuasca, ayahuasca has become popular among those who seek a way to heal past traumas. After listening to the podcast, Ranveer's perspective on spirituality changed. Since he had graduated in engineering but was about to start up Beer Biceps, people around Ranveer were doubtful about the wisdom of his decision. A career as a YouTuber was unheard of then. Seeing this, uh, seeing this, Ranveer became filled with self-doubt. One night, Ranveer's father came to his room and said, "Once you start your entrepreneurial journey, you will get very busy. Let's go for a family vacation." Gautam Allahbadia had planned a vacation in the Seychelles, an island republic popular for its beautiful beaches. Ranveer agreed to join in. During the trip, his father asked him to explore the beaches and spend time alone. One day, Ranveer was sitting on the beach alone when he happened to meet a European man. They started talking about various things, including spirituality. The subject of ayahuasca appeared in the conversation, and Ranveer heard that the European was a ayahuasca healer, a shaman. When Ranveer remarked that to experience ayahuasca, one had to go to South America. The shaman replied that ayahuasca could be experienced in Seychelles too. Ranveer had heard about fake shamans and got a little worried. He changed the subject and then left the place. Over the next 2 days, Ranveer met the shaman on different occasions. He wondered how and why the meetings and conversations were happening. When Ranveer went for a deep sea dive under the ocean, he recalled that in the podcast he had listened to, Graham Hancock had said that you don't go to ayahuasca, it comes to you. By the time he emerged from the ocean, he had made up his mind to go on an ayahuasca journey with the shaman. Ranveer says, "It was a wonderful spiritual experience. I have covered it in detail in my podcast." After returning to India, Ranveer got busy with his regular workout at the gym, training his clients, and building up his YouTube channel. Somehow, he had forgotten about continuing his spiritual learning. One day, out of the blue, Ranveer met the same shaman he had met in the Seychelles in Mumbai. During their conversation, the shaman suggested Ranveer to do Om chanting for chanting for 20 minutes every day. He said it would give him inner strength and quicken his recovery from surgical wounds. Following the advice, Ranveer started doing daily Om chanting. Later, he also did Reiki, a Japanese technique for of stress reduction and relaxation. In 2017, Ranveer visited the office of TEDx in Mumbai as a potential speaker. He shared his speech with Manish Pandey, then a key member of the speaker selection team. Manish was very critical about Ranveer's speech and asked him tough questions on every line. For instance, Ranveer had written, "I have all the comfort at home, but I am struggling." To this, Manish asked, "What's special about that? People live below flyovers and struggle in life." Ranveer thought Manish was an arrogant person. He suggested that Manish practice meditation and Reiki. Suddenly, Manish began to laugh and shared his background with Ranveer. Manish had been actively practicing meditation since his maternal grandfather introduced him to it at the age of 5. He and Ranveer spoke for an hour on spirituality and various meditation practices. Realizing Manish's deep knowledge and being already familiar with the story of Manish's journey from a small village in Nepal to becoming a digital media expert, not only surprised Ranveer but increased his respect. Though Ranveer was not shortlisted as a speaker in that TEDx event, he and Manish became good friends. When Ranveer was leaving the TEDx office, Manish gifted him a book, Autobiography of a Yogi. The book takes the reader on a journey into the spiritual adventures of Para- Paramhansa Yoganand, an Indian monk who introduced millions to meditation and the teachings of Kriya Yoga. One of the most famous readers of the book was Steve Jobs, the co founder of Apple. He first read it as a teenager and used to reread the book once a year ever since. Ranveer says, due to my hectic schedule, it took me a year to complete the book. It inspired me deeply, and I became fascinated with Indian culture and philosophy. Ranveer stopped eating non vegetarian food, which was once a part of his daily diet. To go deeper into spirituality, Ranveer searched for Self Realization Fellowship SRF, the organization founded by Param, Paramanas Yoganand. Surprisingly, he found an SRF center close to his home. In 2018, Ranveer joined SRF and has been doing 2 hours of meditation every day. Ranveer says, the world of an influencer is filled with glamour, but the desire to meet the audience's expectations creates a lot of anxiety. And it hurts when people don't like your work and share hatred on social media. Practicing meditation maintains my emotional balance through the highs and lows. Interestingly, Ranveer has interviewed India's topmost spiritual gurus, Sri Sri Ravi Shankar, Jaggi Vasudev, Sadguru, and Gaur Gopal Das on his YouTube channel. Elevate your team. Ranveer says, one of my biggest role models in American basketball superstar uh, LeBron James. Along with growing himself, he has elevated his basketball team and has created many businesses that are run by his friends. Like him, I also want to elevate other people around me. Initially, Ranveer was creating only fitness related videos, but when Rajas came on board, he started thinking of other ways and means to grow his channel so that he could pay Rajas better. The duo started experimenting with new video ideas. Earlier, Ranveer would post two fitness related videos a week, one on Thursday and other on Saturday. The they decided to post videos on some new topics on Thursdays. The first 9 videos on communication skills, dating tips, etc. did not get much traction. But then 10th video on fashion emerged as a game changer. In a single day, the video gained almost 10 times the views the fitness videos were getting in a week. Looking at the numbers, Ranveer realized the potential of fashion related videos. Also, there were limited brand deals available in the fitness space, but opportunities in the fashion space were immense. Over time, Beer Biceps evolved from a fitness channel to a lifestyle channel. And today, the name Ranveer Allahbadia is synonymous with fitness, fashion, motivation, health, and lifestyle based content on YouTube. Along with Ranveer, Rajas too has grown tremendously. Today, he is the creative head and gets a share of Beer Biceps brand deals revenue, which goes into lakhs of rupees. Ranveer gives Viraj a lot of credit for creating the flow of brand deals. While working with Beer Biceps as an intern, the first brand deal Viraj cracked was with an energy drink brand, which paid rupees 7,500 for a couple of Instagram posts. Although it was a small amount, for Viraj, it was a big confidence booster. In the next few months, he collected the email IDs of the CEOs of 300 famous brands and sent them emails proposing brand deals with, with Beer Biceps. Viraj recalls that only 3 CEOs responded. One of them was the CEO of Tinder, the famous dating app. Through association with Tinder, the team earned more than 1 lakh rupees to manage brand deals separately from BeerBiceps. In 2017, Ranveer and Viraj founded another agency, Monk Entertainment, Monkey. Viraj knew that all brands worked with different PR and advertising agencies. He felt that if he could network with these agencies, he could get multiple clients from each one. Using the Tinder work reference, Viraj started approaching agencies. He prepared a list of all the jargon used by agency people and prepared a pitch on how influencer marketing could add value in terms of increasing brand reach at a cost lower than other marketing channels. Initially, he was nervous and many agencies ignored him as a kid. But after a few trials, Viraj became comfortable in striking up a conversation. By this time, Beer Biceps had 350,000 subscribers, and agencies had begun to notice Viraj. Soon, brands like Puma, Jockey, and Skechers came on board. The video for Skoda generated more than 1 million views, and the brand got many leads for the test drive. This success opened up doors with other brands. The Aditya Birla Group was looking for a young influencer who could talk about its financial products. Whereas liked the opportunity as the brand was also going to put up billboards at major airports and malls. Ranveer appeared as a model on those billboards. Having gained some experience in the field, Viraj realized that the influencer marketing sector was completely disorganized. There was hardly anyone doing the background work for influencers. He also made many influencer friends who required the service he was running for Ranveer. So Viraj and Ranveer decided to extend Monk E services to other influencers also. In this way, Monk E began working with many influencers and brands. Ranveer and Viraj soon realized that even brands did not completely understand how the world of influencer marketing worked. Given that the Monk E team had solid knowledge in the field, the company began handling the influencer marketing projects of various brands. Viraj says, today we handle influencers as well as run influencer campaigns. We also help brands with their entire social media and digital strategy. Over time, Viraj also developed connections with agencies involved with Bollywood stars. Viraj and Ranveer discussed the opportunities for interviewing Bollywood personalities at the newly created interview property, The Ranveer Show. Ranveer suggested they start with a popular name as that would help in positioning the show. Initially, Viraj could not get a big Bollywood name, but somehow he arranged an interview opportunity with cricketer Virat Kohli. Unfortunately, the opportunity fell through and the meeting with Virat did not happen. When Viraj arranged an interview opportunity with Ritik Roshan, this too fell through. Finally, Viraj received a call from a contact regarding an opportunity to interview Priyanka Chopra. Though Viraj prepared the interview questions, because of the previous experiences, he was not too hopeful it would in fact happen. As luck would have it, Viraj and Ranveer got a slot to interview Priyanka at Mehboob Studio, where she was shooting for the film The Sky is Pink. The meeting was delayed for 2 hours, and the duo began to think history was repeating itself. But suddenly, Priyanka appeared, and Ranveer proceeded to interview her. The popularity of this video created a lot of pull for the Ranveer show, and opportunities to interview many other stars emerged. Virat says, the experience of establishing Monkey has made me realize that even if you are new to the industry and people don't take you seriously, you should not be scared of anyone. Self confidence and hunger to learn can open doors eventually. Within a short period, Monkey has collaborated with brands such as Gillette, Pantene, Nika Man, Oyo, Nokia, Celio, and others. It has also handled several movies and music promotion campaigns for large companies such as Sony Music and Reliance Entertainment. Ranveer says, "We are just starting. We are as hungry as we were on day one." Monkey is now investing in creating many more sub brands that will be handled by passionate leaders like Viraj. Ranveer says, "The way people say Apple came out of a garage in America and Alibaba came out of a small apartment in China. My dream is one day people will say that one of the biggest companies came out of a YouTube channel in India." Whew. So that is it for the story of Ranveer Allahbadia, aka Beer Biceps. So it was quite an interesting story, I would say. And at the end, again, the conclusion and perspectives from Ranveer Allahbadia are mentioned in the book. You can purchase the book from the link down in the description. So, thank you for watching and listening.